Hello and welcome. My name is Kim Evans, and let me be the first to congratulate you for starting your journey with Renatus as an IMA, an independent marketing affiliate with Renatus. We're going to go ahead and give you some steps. This is just going to be a short video to give you some information about to hopefully expedite your connection to the team and everything that's going on in our area. Okay. Now, if you were like me when you first started, or as you're first starting, you would rather want to be the lower option, right? Teach me how to get from point A to point B as quickly as possible. Human nature, and what I typically tend to do, is like on the top, right? We want to reinvent the wheel. We want to try everything else and everything like that. And what it does is it slows our progress. And especially as you bring new team members on, let's get them plugged into the system right away so that we can actually go from point A to point B as quickly as possible. And that's what this video is about. Okay, it's going to help you get connected to our local and national teams and systems with Renatus. Okay, there's going to be all kinds of different things we're going to talk about right here. I'm going to go through it kind of quickly, but you can stop the video, take screenshots, you can stop and do little tasks along the way to help you get plugged in. But that's the goal, is to get you plugged in both locally and nationally to what we have going on. Okay, it's going to talk about a little bit of an investment of time. Right? It's going to be a little bit of investment in time into your mindset, into some events where you're going to be learning trainings and different systems, and also into your classes, right? Into your Renatus classes. That's going to really expedite how quickly you can serve your team and bring new members in. And also about your business center. So let's dive in and see what that looks like, okay? A lot of times, this is going to be new. There's going to be a lot of things that you come across. They sound different. They are a little bit new for you. And if you're like me, you're going to feel like this. What does this mean? You know, how can I integrate this? What are they talking about here? And here's what I tell people. Please don't sit in frustration, right? You have a lot of support, and I'm here, I'm going to show you kind of the chain of information that you can go to, the chain of resources that you can go to get answers to your questions, right? So please don't sit in frustration. Please use these tools. The first one is your enroller, right? Your enroller, whoever that is, that you can go to them and you can ask them questions. Hey, how do I find information about this? Or what does this mean? How do I get plugged into that? And if they don't have the answer, simply just go to your 5-star affiliate. And if you don't know who that is, that's in your back office under your accounts tab. You can find out who that is and their contact information. If you don't get the answer there, just go to their 5-star affiliate or their 5-star affiliate. There are a lot of people that are here to serve you, to help you. Remembering that the IMA, the I stands for independent. You're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. So you have a lot of resources, but also I'm going to ask you to be a little bit resourceful, right? Be respectful of everybody's time and energy, but you do have resources. Now, if all of those don't work, the last place you can go to is to corporate itself. Corporate has a fantastic set of customer service. We call it the home team at Renatus. And they're a group of individuals who are there to be on your side, on your team. And here's what I'm going to ask you, just to do me a favor, right, is to make sure that you just treat them with a ton of respect, knowing that they're one of your team members. They're not against you. They are there to help you and support you in your business. 99% of the time, everybody, is a team player working together. Once in a while, you'll have somebody, an IMA, who calls up and is kind of more demanding in things. Let's not be that. Let's have our team be 100% respectful and team players with the home team at Renatus, and make sure that we get all the answers we're looking for. If something's a little bit frustrating, that's okay. We'll find a solution together, okay? Well, let's dive in and see what we have here. When we talked about mindset, this is just a small sampling of some of the top 5 books that have helped me with my mindset, that I know a lot of the top leaders in the company have integrated these books. These are just some books you can either, I would just suggest maybe getting these books or one of dozens or hundreds of other books that speak to you right now in your growth as a business owner, right? Think and Grow Rich, 3 Feet from Gold, How to Win Friends and Influence People, The Slight Edge, and The Game of Networking. There's dozens of other things. You can either buy these in person and just read a little bit every day, or dive into an Audible account and just invest in yourself and your mindset. It'll go a long way, right? Well, with our local team here, we call our team the SoCal team just because that's where we're kind of located out of. You might be anywhere across the country, and you are so welcome. If you're watching this video, you're one of us, and you can absolutely plug into the systems that we have. And here's the fastest, easiest way. This is kind of the first task, right? Pull out your cell phone and text 20K per month to 41411. That will connect you to our weekly text system where we go through and give you information to plug into the team calls, other upcoming events that are coming up, and things like that. It'll help you be plugged in, okay? Well, that leads into the next thing, which is our weekly team calls. Every Tuesday morning at 7:05 a.m. Pacific time, so wherever you are across the country, you can adjust that time, but at 7:05 a.m. Pacific time, you can join us on a team call, okay? And I would highly recommend that you just put that into your calendar. It's about 25 to 30 minutes where we go over the things that are coming up, the events that are coming up, and then we do some training, some really powerful training there. So I would highly recommend you just schedule that into your time to connect with the team. Now, if you've never used Zoom before, it's very simple. You can go to zoom.us, and there is the meeting ID that we have every single week. You'll also get this link when you're on our texting system every week to plug in. And if all possible, I'm just going to encourage you to be present online with a video conference, right? Zoom, you can either log in as a video conference or on a phone call. Sometimes we have people who are at work. We have people who are driving their kids to school, and it's just not feasible for them to be sitting in front of their computer at that time. That's 100% okay. If you can be, please do. But either way, you can join in by phone call or just being present online. That'll go a long way to getting you plugged into what's going on. Well, and that leads us into something we called a business builder fee. You'll see it written down BBF for short. And what that means is it's simply that. For those of us who are collectively working together as a team here in Southern California, tying into the systems and the training that we have here, we share the cost, we share the burden of office space, the air conditioning, the electricity, the rent, everything like that. And also the systems and the technology. The texting system costs money, right? The Zoom counts cost money. And all the technology, a lot of you are plugging in guests on our webinars and things. All of that technology and thing costs money. And so it's just a $50 per month where you can plug into a system that's already existing. So we're going to go a little bit, there's another video that kind of trains you how to get on that. So don't worry about that right now, but just know that that's one of the costs of doing business. It's tax deductible and as a business owner. And so that's what that is. I just wanted to introduce you to the idea of that. Okay. Well, what are the national opportunities that Renatus offers to plug into? One of the most powerful things is the Monday Night Founders Webinar. And that is hosted by Bob Snyder himself. It's on Mondays at 7 p.m. Pacific time. Again, adjust that for your time zone across the country. But you can have access to that through the link that you should be getting as an IMA in your email. Okay, so if you're not getting that link, go ahead, remember the first part, talk to your enroller, talk to your 5-star, and if you need to talk to corporate to get that figured out, to get that dialed in so you're getting that link every single week. But again, that's another hour. It lasts for about an hour. It goes over events that are coming up nationally, trainings that are coming up, other announcements and exciting things that are happening within Renatus from corporate that you'll want to tie into. And go ahead and just put that in your calendar, make that part of your weekly schedule, and that will go a long way to getting you the information you need to tie in. So Bob put together the 10-step training. Now, if you know Bob, or as you get to know Bob, you'll know that he is a master marketer. And so whether you are doing real estate or whether you are doing marketing or both, this is a fantastic place to start. I've had people who've been in sales and marketing for decades in their career come in and say this is the best training that they have ever received. And so I would highly recommend. It's simple to find. You can either find it in your back office or in your Helios, either one. But in your back office, you can go to your business center. You can click on the training tab, the black training tab, and then scroll down, click on the 10-step training, and you can find it there. So that's another fantastic way to go ahead and start on this journey, right, with marketing. And then I would just say to expand that, dive into your back office, dive into Helios. Now, for those of you who may not know, we're transitioning right now. We actually have access to both the back office, the old back office, and to Helios. Dig into both of them, right? Again, going back to that I and IMA, that independent, go ahead and take the time to look at what tools you have available. That's what your $197 annually for your IMA agreement provides for you. It provides so many cool tools, too many to go over right here, but you can't break it, you can't hurt it. Go in there, dig around, and look at what's available for you in building your business, okay? Well, I just kind of wanted to go over, when I got started, I'm like, just tell me the whole scope of what's available, right? What is the system that we're talking about tying into? How are we as independent marketers, so we're marketing Renatus, what's available to us as team members? Well, on a weekly basis, we have a property tour, okay? At least one, typically 1 or 2 property tours you can tie into. Again, I'm going to do another video that talks about how to register for events. So stay tuned for that. Be looking for that. But these are events that you can find in your back office under calendar. Okay. So property tours here in the local area. And then the Wednesday night briefing. We also have masterminds and workshops that we're adding to the calendar. So be looking for those. Again, on the team call and the texting system, you can kind of see when that's there, as well as at the other events. We'll be announcing those. The founders webinar on Monday night and the team call on Tuesday morning. That is on a weekly basis that you could put into your calendar and be fully plugged into what's going on with our team, okay? Other trainings that you're gonna find on a monthly basis, typically it's the first Saturday of every month, we will have a Super Saturday training. That'll be typically starting around noon and going till 4, usually at the Marietta office here. And we go through the nuts and bolts of how to build your marketing team, right? How to market this system. And then ATM. ATM is Advanced Training for Marketers. It's taught by none other than Richard Stock, our PAC member, and it's taught out of the Marietta office, but we broadcast around the country. So no matter where you are, you can tie into that training. You can have access to that training. We do it 3 times a year. And it's $197. Ask your enroller for the link for that, and you can get tied into that for the next upcoming ATM training. And then annually, these are the things that you'll be looking at. You'll be looking at the nationals that happen sometime in the winter. We have the Leaders Retreat, which is usually kind of a tropical destination at a destination resort where you get to hang out and have some downtime. Connecting with and meeting the leaders across Renatus Nation, right? And then in the fall of the year, we have a regional where we have a smaller event that's more regional to our area. So be looking for that and be looking for what that looks like for you to be able to tie into those events and get trained up on what's available. And then we get into trainings. Now these trainings are different times throughout the year. Super Saturdays is typically every single month. It's usually the first Saturday of the month, but again, plug into the team calls, look at the calendar, see when that's coming up. And usually it's the first Saturday of the month. It's from noon till about 4 after the property tour. And it's the nuts and bolts of how to build your business, okay? And then ATM is Advanced Training for Marketers. It is taught by none other than our PAC member, Mr. Richard Stock. He's out of Utah. He flies down to our Marietta office and broadcasts that throughout the country. So no matter where you're joining us from, you'll be able to tie into that. We typically hold that 3 times a year. It is on Fridays, all day on Fridays. It's recorded. So talk to your enroller, talk to your 5-star affiliate about plugging into that. It's a fantastic training that you won't want to miss. Okay, and then annually, what does that look like? Well, We have our nationals conference where our entire Renatus Nation comes together, typically in the winter, sometime in the winter, February, March, April timeframe. We have our leaders retreat that's in the summer, and that is a really fun event where the leaders come together, usually at a tropical destination. You can mix and mingle with people from across the country and really expand your network within the Renatus system. And then we have regionals, and that's in the fall of the year where it comes together. We come together in smaller groups, the regions throughout the country, and we have some fantastic training. So again, plug in to the team, talk to your enroller, talk to your 5-star about when the next events of those are coming up. And here's my last little slide I'd like to share with you, right? Here's what goes back to mindset. I would just invite you to be all in, right? You came into Renatus with your certain goals and dreams. And that's what I love about Renatus, because no matter where you're coming in, no matter what goals and dreams that you have, you can accomplish them. Somebody somewhere has done that, and just tie in, plug in, be all in, and we will see you soon.